This is Nick Nilsson, mad scientist of muscle, and what I've got for you today here is a metabolic monster done with a lateral movement focus. Now, generally speaking, when you're doing weight training in the gym, most of the exercises are either straight up and down or a forward movement pattern. You don't see a whole lot of lateral movement involved. Now, in athletics, however, lateral movement is critical. It's absolutely critical. So we're going to actually work on our athletic prowess here by training a lot of lateral base movement patterns. So this is going to be a 4-exercise circuit done with a 5th exercise interspersed in between each and every one of those sets. So the first exercise is going to be a pull-up, just done on a regular pull-up bar, a reversed close grip. You're going to come up to the top, shift one hand out to the side, bring it back in, shift one hand out to the side, bring it back in, and then lower yourself down. So this is a side reaching pull-up. You're going to do as many reps of this as you can get. Then the interspersed exercise here, the one that you're going to be doing in between, is a loaded carry. Now, this is going to be a single dumbbell overhead loaded carry. So we're going to be putting a lot of tension on one side of the abdominal area at a time. So you're going to start from a dumbbell hang clean, get it straight up to overhead position, and then walk up and down with it on one hand, hold it on your leg, bring it down here again, do a clean snatch, basically a hang snatch from straight arm straight up to overhead, and walk the same pattern again, about 15 to 20 feet there and back. So that's going to be your exercise in between each of the sets. So first set, as I explained before, was the sideways reaching pull-up. Now, second set is going to be a side lunging dumbbell, goblet dumbbell squat. So with this one, holding that same single dumbbell, actually I'm using the same weight, it's a 65-pound dumbbell. You can hold it in the goblet position, take a step to the side, come down, move to the side, and again step and repeat. Now we're going to go up and down the floor on this again, about 10 to 15 feet in one direction, and then back in the other direction to keep things balanced. So again, in between, the dumbbell overhead carry. Third set is going to be a lateral walking push-up. Now this one is a little bit hard to explain, it's easier to actually see it in action. What you're going to do is the push-up. Step your hand and your leg over to the side, push up, and then come back in the center, push up, and then come back. Almost like a weird looking crab walk. Now, this is a great exercise for developing lateral pushing power and lateral, basically development of movement in the push-up exercise. So it's a unique movement pattern and likely one you've never tried before unless you've done this specific exercise before, but it is an excellent one and definitely one I recommend including in this one. So do your overhead dumbbell carry again, 1 rep there and back each arm. The 4th exercise here is going to be basically a total departure from probably anything you've done before. This is going to be a single leg lockout partial squat. Now, obviously you'll need a rack for this one. You do not want to do this one free weight, just without any support for you. So all this stuff ideally is going to be done around in the same area. So you get yourself set up on the rack, a little bit below where you'd normally unrack the bar for a squat. Set the bar on the rails so there's no freedom of movement there. You're going to get underneath it, you're going to set your leg a little bit slightly off center, and you're going to do just a single leg lockout here. The other leg is going to be kind of like an outrigger on a canoe. It's going to be helping you with balance. So you're not, if you're doing it in a Smith machine, you can go fully one leg, but if you're doing it free weight in the rack, you do want to have that other foot on there, just on the toes for balance, so it's not contributing to the movement. On every rep, you're going to switch legs, do the other side, and then switch. It's kind of like a hoedown, only with 500 pounds on your back. So that's what I've got on the bar. I've got 500 on here. The first time you do this, go a lot lighter than I'm going. I've been doing this exercise literally for years. So be a little bit less ambitious in the weight you choose the first time you do it. I'd recommend less than your normal 1 RM for a full squat. You can kind of gauge it from there. And if you feel better, you can increase on the subsequent rounds through that you do on this. So finish with 1 more of the dumbbell overhead carry, there and back on each arm, and then you're all done. So take about 2 to 3 minutes rest, get your breathing back down to normal. We want to get good performance out of each round of this, do 4 to 5 rounds total, and you will be all set. So I will show you what this all looks like and come back to you after I'm done. Alright, so that is the metabolic monster with lateral focus. As you can see, we didn't start with the dumbbell carry. We started with the hardest exercise, which is the pull-up, reaching to the side. That's very, very calculated in terms of how to do it. You want to have your peak strength for that toughest exercise. Then we progressively move through the other ones. The final one, the lockout partial squats, obviously by far the heaviest, but also short range of motion, so you will have enough strength and tank to do it. So give this one a try. It is absolutely eye-opening as far as how demanding it is. These are movement patterns your body is not used to, and it will build great lateral movement, power, and strength in basically your entire body with these different exercises. So give this one a try, and let me know how you like it.